Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you a fantastic trick on how to manage your charging cables. I came up with this very original idea myself, although I don't know if there's someone else already had a similar idea as me, but I have done a lot of searching online before because I had that problem. I didn't find anything that is like a quite nice work with my needs. So eventually I figured out myself, and today I'm going to share my idea with you. Nowadays, people have a lot of small electronics devices like a cell phone, power bank, wireless earbuds, smartwatches, digital cameras, and maybe a few tablets too. The list just goes on, and that has created a big mess on our charging station, and that is not acceptable. Now let me show you the magic. Do you like it? Let me show you again. Wow. Now let me show you what's inside of this box. It's all my electronics organized here. Now let me plug on the power. Watch. Everything starts to charge once it's plugged. Isn't that cool? Now I unplugged my metric case. I'm going to show you how I made this. You can do exactly the same too for almost free. Please make sure to watch till the end because I'm going to show you how to make another version of this, potentially a better version, but really it depends on your needs, and I will explain in my video later. Stay tuned. I have this master power plug to supply power to this charging port, and once this is plugged on the wall plug, everything here will be charged. It's so convenient, isn't it? On this side is all the electronics I need to use mostly on a daily basis, and they need a constant charge. And you can see that they all each have a charging cable here, 6 of them. And on this side, I have like a GoPros, digital cameras, and digital camera battery charger, which I can't really charge in with the USB. And a couple other batteries that don't fit here. And my Apple Watch, my iPhone, my GoPro camera battery, and the GoPro camera battery. My AirPods, my power bank, usually carried in my purse daily when I go out to charge my phone for another like 2 or 3 times. Now let me just take them off and show you how I did this. It's very simple. I use a little knife, cut some holes on this board, and I just routed all the cables on the back. Very simple. I did put some of the like a circle of Velcros to hold my device in place, but actually you don't really need this because if you are putting this stationary, not moving, you don't really need this. But if you are traveling, carrying them around, this could be coming really handy. Yeah. I even put the Velcro behind my AirPods so it doesn't like floppy around. So this is all the cable, all the plugs. And if I flip it all the way around, this is what it looks like. It's not very pretty, but it's in the back, so who cares, right? Just plug them in, and then you have that very nice clean desk back to you again. Every time when you need to go out, you just like take everything. So now you have a clean little solution. Let's think about this. Next time, if you are going somewhere and you need to bring all your electronics, you just need to unplug it from your wall and zip it up and put in your suitcase. Now you're good to go. If you recall that, like I don't know about you, but for me, like every time in the past when I go to a hotel, there are only like so many limited amount of wall plugs, and I have so many devices. If I'm traveling with my husband, like the device we need to charge would be doubled, and then we always like don't have enough wall plugs to charge everything. And of course, like all our electronics is all spread all over the hotel room. Sometimes I have to use like a bathroom plugs because there's not enough plugs in the room. if you have this case, everything is together. You just need to plug at one place and you wouldn't forget any of your belongings when you leave the hotel. Well, that's what I did during my last trip. However, I found one problem is 6-port charging plug is very heavy. It's quite heavy, and I was like wondering, like, what if I can just replace this one with my power bank? You know, I can just charge everything through my power bank. Wouldn't that make my whole case a lot lighter? Because nobody likes to carry very heavy things around, right? So here comes the next better version, but there are pros and cons. The pro for this version is that all your devices have enough power to charge and charge faster. Another version, if you use the power bank as the middleman, some of the devices, like for example your iPad, will be charged like really slow. It also depends on like how big your, like what's the output of your power bank. For me, this is about the size I can accept to carry around. I wouldn't want to carry any power bank heavier than this one. So with this particular one, it took like 12 hours to charge my iPad Pro to 98%. So it's a really long time, right? So eventually I think I'm just going to charge my iPad Pro separately because it's so big, it has its own carrying case anyway, and I'm just going to use my plug on the wall plug and use this as a middleman to charge my smaller devices. Those charge up pretty quickly, like 2 hours, most of them they are charged. So that's a very acceptable speed. Now let me show you how exactly I do it and how I plan to carry it around. I'll be reusing all my parts because many of the things, like I only have one. So here we go.
I'm taking everything off. The chargers were glued on by hot glues. It took a few extra seconds to clean them up. I'm putting everything that I need to reuse on the side and getting ready to design the layout.
One of the key things is that you want to make sure the user action area, user action is your action area, when you need to plug on and off the cable, please, you really need to leave it clear. Like for example, if I put my this thing right here, it's going to be really difficult for you to unplug and unplug your cable from your phone, right? So ideally, this would be on a opposite direction. And see, you want to have all these cables, everything all facing one direction, so all your cables come this way. And then for your earphone case, you need to remember that you always need to open the case and then remove your earbuds. So you want to leave this direction open as well, but for this direction it doesn't matter because it's always being plugged.
I'm using a piece of white foam board. You can get it from Michaels or any of the art store, or you can just use a cardboard from any of your shipping box. That would also work. I use a pencil to make some light marks on where I want to cut the holes. Some of the holes might need to be a little bit longer just to give it a little bit extra play of the cable. Watch, I'm using carpenter's tape because this sort of tape doesn't leave any residue on your devices or on your cables, just in case in the future you change your mind. Once I know the location of these chargers, I would also use carpenter's tape to temporarily attach them to the board. It's a test run before you apply hot glue at the end. Most power banks only have 2 outputs. Because I have to charge 4 other devices, so I had to get the USB charging splitter. This way, 2 outputs become 4 outputs, should meet most people's needs. Just make sure the cable you buy will support charging. I'm taping all the cables on the back nicely. If you want, you can go to Amazon to buy those 5-inch, 6-inch cable. Those short cables should work a lot easier than my long cables.
Now you have it. Once you plug this on, everything will be charged. Don't forget to use a hot glue gun to glue everything on. Remember that later, if you ever want to take it off, you can always take it off. So don't be too worried. Glue it on. Nice. Now it's all done. I hot glued some of my charger. I hot glued this part and this part on it. But I put a dot Velcro behind of this AirPod case so that I can always bring it with me. And also I have put a dot Velcro behind my power bank and my phone. It's quite small, right? And then behind of it, it is a little bit messy. But as I said, if you can go to Amazon to buy those short cables, you will be able to organize this much better. All done. So right now, I'm charging this power bank, and the electricity will go through the power bank and charging my other electronics. If you're at home, you can just do this, and then it's very organized, and it comes with almost no cost, right? And then we need to go out. You put on your watch. You take your phone with you, put in your pocket. And for me, I can't live without power bank, so I always need to get my power bank with me in my purse, and then of course get your battery, maybe your earphone, and then go with you. Till now, you probably is wondering how can you carry this around, because it doesn't have like a case or a sleeve or anything, right? I got a good idea for you. If you use a computer bag or like computer sleeve or iPad sleeve or anything like this, you can just easily put this in one of the big pockets. Stay flat like this. And then once you get to your hotel, your destination, you take it out and connect it onto the wall plug. Now all your electronic devices are going to be charged in one place, and you wouldn't need to like running around looking for the plugs or trying to remember where did you put your devices, how many devices did you bring, questions like that. If you like my video, please feel free to share, like, and subscribe. That will encourage me to post more videos like this one. By the way, if you like this rack, this one is actually a magazine rack, about $10. I will put the link down below. I found this rack is perfect for you to charge your tablets, your keyboards, or anything. If you have anything flat that need to be charged, this is a great organizer and come with a great cost as well.